And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Saturday afternoon action on the show. It's the Athletics and the Toronto Blue Jays. John Shelby with you alongside Chris Singleton. All right. And the starter for Toronto, Kevin Gausman. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
And time now to check out the A's lineup. With an excellent arm on the mound, Singy, this won't be easy. They'll need to take advantage of the opportunities that they do have.
You're right about that, Boog. Odds are they won't have many chances against.
And that one hammered. Gone. Straight into the visitor's bullpen. He'll circle the bases. His first homer of the year. And the A's jump in front. It's 1-0.
Power versus power right there, like two locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Well, a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
Out to short. Throw to first in time. Two down, base is empty. And now a chance for Shea Langoliers. Slider right there. What a stop. Over to first. And that's a nice play to end the inning. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. We go to the bottom of the first. And pitching in this one for the A's, Jeffrey Springs. What should we keep an eye on here? Miles Straw now at the plate. That one ripped. Butler on the move. Makes the grab on the run. One pitch and 1 out. Alejandro Kirk digs in now. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. And a foul ball. Popped up. Wilson settles under this one. 2 away now. And now it's Dalton Varsho. He's sitting on 99 career homers. We'll see if this is the moment to notch number 100. In the air to left center. And that'll fall for a base hit. And Vladimir Guerrero Jr. with a chance to make an impact with 2 away. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. He flexes his power with that swing, and it gives him the lead in the first. It's 2-1.
First pitch hacking, and it paid off for him in a big way. When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
Next to hit, Kazuma Okamoto. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Swings and misses. 0-2.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Here's a chopper to short. Wilson over to first, and that's the inning. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this. Back here at Rogers Center, top of the second. Lawrence Butler getting ready to hit.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
This one popped up. And there's one down. Jacob Wilson up next for the A's.
Jacob Wilson.
This one in the air right field, and that'll fall for a base hit. And the tying run is on base. Jeff McNeil stands in. Homered last night, added another hit as well. Swing and a foul out of play. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That one carrying. Can't get there. Should be extra bases. Coming home. The relay to the plate. He'll score. We are tied at 2.
Gets it done to drive in the run and tie it back up. Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap. And when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing.
Kirk takes it in for the out. 2 down. Now the third baseman, Carlos Cortez. Swings and sends a rocket to right. And that is that. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. 2-2 game. Bottom of the second. And now for the Jays, Ernie Clement.
That's off the corner.
Clement starting up the middle at second. He made his major league debut in 2021. And he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2017. Larry Bullard, our umpire behind the plate.
Bullard's got a pretty standard strike zone. Sometimes they'll have you guessing a little bit. But overall, well-respected umpire in the league.
In the air, right field. Rooker on his way over. And a quick out, number 1. How much were you aware of the umpire scouting report, or even who was going to be umpiring?
Not a whole lot. I mean, there were a couple of umpires that weren't real good, but outside of that, you just kind of went into the game, especially back when I was playing.
Swing and a foul straight back. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 guys, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
Line drive. Rooker takes it in for the out. That's out number 2.
Batting 8th, right fielder.
Jesus Sanchez next up for the Blue Jays. This one in the air. Cortez has a beat on it. And that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3. Back now in Toronto. Now here's the leadoff hitter for the A's, Brent Rooker. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone. Liner, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Brings it in.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
Soderstrom now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. Rudder takes off. Strike in there. Throw second, tag, and they got him.
Well, I think everybody in the ballpark knew that he was running right there. So good job of quickly getting the pitch to the catcher. And the catcher with good footwork.
Hauls it in to end the inning. Home half of the 3rd coming up. All even at 2-2. Back here at Rogers Center, and now for the Jays, Leo Jimenez.
Leo Jimenez.
Pitch misses. Ball 1. And that drops in for a strike. Got him. Leadoff man retired here in the third.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Kerr swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the second time today. Swing and a pop-up. Wilson under it. 2 down. Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays.
Possibly thinking about home run number 100 here. He's just one shy of that milestone.
Swing and a miss, strike one. Sliced hard, but fouled down the left side. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Tied up here in the early going. Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout. One hit, one left. On to inning number 4. We are tied 2-2. Start of the 4th, and now here's the A's catcher, Shea Langoliers. That one fouled off.
You know, these A's just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. I think things are happening a little quicker than this offense would like, and we see it in the numbers. They're hitting into a lot of outs early in the at-bat.
The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball. The 1-1. Slides for the stop to first. Got him. Great play to keep the leadoff man off base. A great sliding stop. I think we need a breakdown from StatCast to fully appreciate the difficulty of that play.
Yeah, bro, these numbers show how good of a play it actually was. And that sliding catch was difficult enough, and somehow he still managed a great throw to first. What a play.
It gets down, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single. Next up for the A's, Jacob Wilson. Fought off foul. Pitch is in there, and it's 0-2. A sliding stop. There's one. What a double play that was. Inning over. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. We are tied 2-2. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now the Toronto cleanup hitter, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Foul ball there.
Well, these Blue Jays, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Throws to first in time.
I just think the lack of drawing any walks is an indication that they need to be a little more selective and less anxious about forcing something to happen. And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Next offering is fouled back. Oh, 0-2 now. Backed off the plate that time. Got him. Larry Bullard rings him up. Now it's the second baseman, Ernie Clement. Flying to right his first time. And a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Strike two. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Through four. Back now in Toronto. We go to the top of the fifth. And now here's Jeff McNeil. Fouled off. He was late.
You know, these Athletics doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. One thing that really stands out to me is how they've only struck out one time. That's good discipline right there, and on top of it, they're producing more than a hit per inning.
It's through for a hit, and a good start to the inning.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. Fastball down and in. Good spot to get a ground ball, but that one had eyes.
Hit hard, should be extra bases. Backhands, but he can't pick it up. McNeil headed home. He will score, and they take the lead.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. And man, I'll tell you, a line drive like that.
Line drive, that's a base hit. Gello around third. He'll score easily, and they lead by 2. Back to the top of the order now. Now it's the right fielder, Brent Rooker. A little out front there as he swings through it. Line drive to short and caught. One out man at first. Digging in, Nick Kurtz. Hey! On the ground, right side. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Still able to get it there in time. And now they have a base runner at second. Here's the left fielder, Tyler Soderstrom. Runner at second, 2 down. And we're at the top of the fifth. Breaking ball through there for a strike. That's a laser base hit. Headed for the plate. Here comes the throw. Safe at home, and the runner scores from second. And they're up by 3. Now a chance for Jay Langoliers. Sliced hard but foul. And the 0-1. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Soderstrom off of first with 2 away. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. And that is that. 3 runs on 4 hits. Bottom of the inning. Now it's the Toronto designated hitter, Anthony Santander.
Anthony Santander.
There's a swing and a drop. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. And now Jesus Sanchez. He popped out his first time.
Jesus Sanchez.
Swing and a high fly ball to left. 1 down.
Up next for the Blue Jays,
Leo Jimenez. Next up for the Blue Jays. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
And a big swing and a miss. Battling here as he fouls it away. The shortstop takes the ball.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Went back to the changeup, and it was successful. Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. Now the left fielder, Miles Straw. 1 for 2. And first offering is fouled off. Inside, almost got him. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. One left for Toronto. They trail at 5-2. Welcome back. A few highlights to help tell the story of the game. So up next,
Leading
Lawrence
off for
Butler.
the A's, center fielder Lawrence Butler.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Filling up the strike zone hasn't been the problem so far. It's the quality of the strikes. That's been the real issue. And you look at the first inning, that's what we saw. Too many pitches out over the plate.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. The 0-2. Fouled off. And they'll do it again. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Kirk takes it in for the out. One up, one down. Jacob Wilson up next for the A's.
Well, that can be a little bit of a dance. Strike one here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
Makes the catch for the out. 2 outs, base is empty. Next up for the A's, Jeff McNeil. Fastball for a strike. Ground ball right side. The A's go quietly. It's the A's. Back here at Rogers Center, here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. This one in the air. McNeil drifts towards it. And there's one down. So up next for Toronto, Dalton Varsho. Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
The A's leading by 3 here in the bottom of the 6th. Just missed.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Out on the drop, third strike. 2 gone. 2 down, base is empty. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. next up for the Blue Jays. He's already homered in this game. That one pushed foul. Here's the third baseman, Kazuma Okamoto. Fastball, and he gets out of the way.
The rest of the lineup could learn a thing or two from this at bat right here. He's been patient, and now he's in the driver's seat with a 2-0 count.
Here's a 2-0. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out. Ernie Clement will hit next. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. In the air, left field. Soderstrom gets under it. And that's the inning. Back now in Toronto. We go to the top of the 7th. Well, he's been knocked around pretty good so far, but they've got him back out there at least to begin the inning.
Yeah, and you wonder just the strength and perhaps the health of that bullpen for him to go back out there. But he's taking this one for the team. Perhaps he can stabilize things and the offense can score some runs for him.
Sanchez takes it in for the out. 1 away. Next up for the A's, Carlos Cortez.
Picking up where he left off last game, Boog. Really comfortable in the box. You can see it in his body language.
Swing and a foul straight back. The 0-2. Goes down looking.
Tunneled that pitch. Thought it was going to be a slider breaking in off the plate, but it hugged the corner. And at that point, when he recognized it, it was just too late.
Rooker stands in now and watches strike 1. That one fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. On the ground, right side. And it goes just foul. Base hit. And that keeps the inning going. Stepping in, Nick Kurtz. He had a big swing for these guys way back in the first inning.
Yeah, Boog, he didn't waste any time in this one. The solo shot really got his team going, and he's looking for more right here.
That's in there.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
The 0-2. Rooker, the runner at first with 2 gone. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Fights it off. You'll see another. And the 0-2. This one in the air, center field. And that's the 3rd out. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
Designated hitter, Anthony Santander.
Swings here and blasts one left field. Out of here. A home run off the foul pole. His 2nd of the year, and they inch closer. It's 5-3. This crowd is really on the line. This place is loud. So digging in, Jesus Sanchez. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here at the bottom of the 7th. Swings and misses. And the count is 0-2. Foul Ground ball left side. He'll see another. The 0-2. That one's upstairs. Ball 1. Got him looking. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Hogan Harris. The offense will need to be ready for the breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball. Chop to third. Cortez. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe. So back to the top of the order. Here's the left fielder, Miles Straw. 1 for 3. Lined, and that's a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone. And now the catcher comes up to him, Alejandro Kirk. 0 for 3 in this one. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Runner around third. Here's the throw. Save. He scores, and it's a 1-run game.
When you go 0 for 5, 0 for 7, 0 for 8, it seems like an eternity, especially to start the season, because that's the one thing. Players want to get that first one out of the way so that they feel like, all right, I'm going to avoid this prolonged 0 for to start the season and get into a slump.
Hot shot, and he can't knock it down. In from third is the tying run. Everybody's going to be safe. Here comes the manager out of the dugout. And a big spot here for Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's already homered here in this one. Swing, and he popped it up. Wilson gets there. He's under it. 2 away. Next to hit, Kazuma Okamoto. And that one fouled off. 2 on, 2 outs. That one inside, and the count is 1-1. The A's bullpen has some movement. Tyler Ferguson, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Sterling getting loose as well. 1-1 now. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. Swung on, belted. Carrying well. Into the bullpen and gone. Kazuma Okamoto with his first major league home run. A special moment in his young career. Who knows, maybe that'll open the floodgates for him.
Yeah, getting that out of the way can be a big confidence booster. It feels like a huge weight just been taken off your back. You can go up there with a lot less pressure on you now, and I wouldn't be surprised if he gets hot for a little while.
What do you remember about your first career homer, Chris?
Well, I remember it was off over Omar Olivares, and, being there in Los Angeles against the Angels, just a tremendous day, great ball power.
Oh, now this one is blasted to right. Ford, get it. Way back there and gone.
Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling.
Tyler Ferguson will take over here. He's making his second appearance of the season. Anthony Santander at the plate.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at-bat.
Gets it to first. That one ends the onslaught and the inning. Leading off, Tyler Soderstrom.
He was the big part of the field last time. Nice liner to center.
Welcome back, in a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Brendan Little.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
0-1 down. And that's in for a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Got him looking for the K. Went back to the curve, and it was a smart choice. Shea Langoliers up next for the A's. Curveball over for a called strike. Little, a 6'2" southpaw. He throws a curveball, a sinker, and occasionally uses a cutter. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Got a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday, another one right there. They've clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
Butler in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. He dives, but he can't make the catch. The throw comes in too late, and they catch a break as they get a base runner at first. So, man aboard. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Jacob Wilson. Swing and a miss.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Sends it across the first, and that is that. The A's strand 1. They trail it by 4. It's 9-5. Bottom of the 8th. And now for the Jays, Jesus Sanchez.
Jesus Sanchez.
That's in there. That is strike 2. Line drive to short and caught.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
Jimenez, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1. Tap foul at the plate. Oh, 0-2 now. The shortstop takes the ball.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just to waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
Slings to first in time. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, Myles Straw. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. In the air to left center. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Blue Jays back at the ballpark as we take a check of the bullpen so far this season. McNeil, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Out towards right center field. Varsho moving under this one. And there's one away. Zach Gelof up next for the A's. Swing and a miss. And that is strike 1. In the air, right side. Out. Number 2. So it's their last chance in this one. Carlos Cortez now at the plate. Lifted in the air, right center field. Sanchez should have this one. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Blue Jays take the first 2 games of this series. Our final score here, 9-5. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.